introduction of the play The Frogs, the god Dionysus enters along with his slave, Xanthias, who's riding a donkey. Dionysus is dressed up as Hercules, and the two exchange raunchy jokes. In the rising action, the two arrive at Hercules' home. Hercules sees Dionysus in costume and laughs, so Dionysus explains the reason for his visit. He has an overwhelming craving to visit the recently deceased tragic poet Euripides. The only way to do so is to visit Hades, and Hercules is known to have made such a visit and returned back to the land of the living alive. Hercules provides directions to Hades. Dionysus and Xanthias start on the journey but are separated. Xanthias, a slave, is not allowed aboard the boat that crosses the lake. Charon, the ferryman, rows Dionysus across the river. As they cross the water, they encounter a chorus of singing frogs, with whom Dionysus competes to see who can be loudest. On the other side of the lake, Dionysus and Xanthias reunite, but are interrupted by the chorus, this time portraying initiates, a group of worshippers who sing and lead the way to Hades. Finally, Dionysus and Xanthias make their way to Pluto's house and knock on the door. Dionysus, still dressed in his lion skin, is mistaken for Hercules, who took the three-headed dog Cerberus from Hades. Aeschylus, a gatekeeper in Hades, threatens Hercules for stealing the dog. Cowardly Dionysus switches clothing with Xanthias several times in a scene of comic avoidance and greeting. Then Aeschylus accuses Xanthias, as Hercules, of stealing Cerberus and threatens to imprison him. He ends up beating both Dionysus and Xanthias to learn which is the god. Now Dionysus and Xanthias are welcomed to Hades and learn that they are just in time for an exciting duel between the poet and playwright Euripides and Aeschylus. Each has claimed to be the best tragic poet. In the climax, Pluto, king of the underworld, makes Dionysus the contest's judge, and the two poets present their arguments. In the falling action, Dionysus, as a fair and knowledgeable judge, asks for a balance to weigh the merit of each poet's work. Aeschylus manages to cite the heavier verses, winning the contest, but Dionysus is not yet ready to make his judgment. Instead, he chooses based on who gives Athens the best advice. Aeschylus wins the debate once again. In the play's resolution, Dionysus brings Aeschylus back to the land of the living.